Welcome to Court Cam HQ, where we bring you the most authentic and revealing moments from America's courtrooms. Today, we've captured a rare and powerful moment of judicial candor. Judge Jeffrey Middleton, respected for his fairness and wisdom, finally addresses the public criticism about his hairstyle choice, but warns this will be the first and last time he'll speak on the matter. Watch as this distinguished judge shares a poignant story about personal freedom, stands his ground against public pressure, and demonstrates why true authority comes from character, not appearance. You won't want to miss this compelling glimpse into the human side of our justice system.
We are live again on our live stream here at 3B District Court. One more thing I wanted to address. I've left the live stream on for these two brief presentations, and I do appreciate the fact that our community of people who watch these and like to communicate with each other. But as we indicated, sometimes the small minority of people publish things that are probably inappropriate or are inappropriate. So we will be shutting off the live feed when we start our presentations again next week and shutting it off early in the process. I wanted to say something, and I'm not even sure how to address this, but I'm going to speak to this issue this one time and never again. And the issue of my hair. I'm not unaware enough to know how terrible my hair looks. And I don't think that this is a style for people to emulate. But it started as a COVID thing. I had told the lady that cuts my hair many years ago, perhaps in my last term I might just let my hair grow out, see what happened. And then COVID hit and people couldn't go to the barber, at least I didn't, for a long time. And then it looked kind of funny and looked funnier and goofier, and then I just let it go. Many people have an opinion about it, mostly negative. I've received lots of comments from people that say, you should cut your hair, please cut your hair. People yell at me in the street, I'm in my yard, people drive by and say, get a haircut. So the more people say that, the less inclined I am to do it. It's funny that people presume today, you don't want to walk up to someone and say, you really ought to lose 15 pounds. Or you ought to get that crooked tooth fixed. But people have opinions about it, and that's fine. Many years ago, there was a young man who got prosecuted, I believe, for breaking and entering. He had long hair, like rock star hair, and he was a high school senior. And he was sentenced to a sentence either in an alternative program or jail. They wouldn't take him in the alternative program unless he cut his hair. And he wouldn't do it. He said, I'll go to jail. So he went to jail in the second semester of his senior year, and he had school release. So his mother picked him up every day from the jail, drove him to school. He went to school, and then he went back to jail. My wife had him as a student. She bought him an alarm clock so he would be on time for school. And he took his lumps, and he stood his ground, and he didn't cut his hair, and he did graduate. I don't know if I've seen him since. He's probably cut his hair since, but he cut it on his own terms when he was ready to do it. So I'd hoped to get it long enough to just pull it back out of the way, like my colleague Ron Lowe up north, but I'm not quite there yet. There's a scene in Forrest Gump where Tom Hanks, as Forrest Gump, has been running for hundreds of days. Grew a long beard and was running. And then one day, he just stopped. he figured it was time to stop. So when I get to that point, I'll know when it is, and I'll cut it. People have said I look like Ben Franklin or, I don't know, Bob Seger, George Washington, and the mullet head judge. I don't like that one much. So anyway, I'm going to keep it like this for a while until it's time to not do it. And I'm never going to speak of this again. So we will go back to work on Monday. We will have Deborah Davis assigned to our court once again. All the lawyers that have been appearing here will continue to appear. And I'll see you on Monday morning, May 24th. All right, thank you.
There you have it, a remarkable display of judicial authenticity from Judge Jeffrey Middleton. If this rare glimpse into a judge's personal boundaries impressed you, make sure to overrule that like button and sustain your connection by subscribing to CourtCam HQ. Hit the notification bell to be first to witness more extraordinary courtroom moments. What did you think about Judge Middleton's stance on personal choice? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Join us next time for more compelling moments that reveal the human side of our justice system. This is CourtCam HQ, and court is now adjourned.